Oh my God, it's the Awesome Pod. It is Johnny Taylor here. It's early. It's an early morning edition on the West Coast here. Not so early for my co-host Gringo Fantastico. Gringo.
Hey, what up? Nah, it's not too bad here. It's I've
No,
been up for a while.
you've probably been doing shit, living your life.
I've been up since 6 a.m. Eastern with my kids. So
I just rolled out of bed. So no, so Diana is on the road on location with Joe Bob Briggs, and she said that there is a outside chance they might pop in briefly, but no pressure for her to do so. But if she does, that's an awesome bonus. And we'll probably get a little bit of Joe Bob in there too. But if not, we're just going to keep rolling, do our thing.
Word.
So Collision took place at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee is a place that's not that far from Appleton, which is a horrible place.
It's Milwaukee, which means the good land.
Yes, Milwaukee. Wayne's World, shout out. Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness of the broadcast team. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. This is for the sickos. We start off with a timeless Tony Storm promo. Tony Storm has her scope honed in on Megan Bayne, and she immediately is just like, Megan Bayne, get out here right now. Fine, if you're too busy, you'll have to listen to what I have to say. She cuts a very innuendo-laden promo, as she does. She talks about last Wednesday, her lying flat on her back. She's embarrassed. She's hurt and she's ashamed. And the worst part is you made it look so damn easy. This is solid stuff from Tony Storm. She said at Dynasty she will be leaving with her tits in her purse, which is poetic. And then Penelope Ford, Megan Bayne's little buddy, blindsides the champ. But Tony does get back with a hip attack. And then Megan Bayne is like, surprise, bitch, I'm here. Megan Bayne kind of pummels Storm with that Fate's Descent. And she's like, yo, this world title's mine, y'all. What did you think of this segment? Pretty good stuff from Tony Storm, but we kind of were used to that.
Yeah, I mean, she's usually what she does is gold. I like this segment. I liked her thing, but I thought it was interesting with when she got face right up in the camera.
And then which is something that AEW does a lot more.
Yeah,
than the other company.
It was funny because like she got like basically knocked out of the way by Penelope Ford, and like Penelope Ford had this big shit-eating grin on her face, like right in the camera as soon as she did it. I was like, well played. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, Penelope Ford gives good face. Like her reactions are great.
Yeah,
she has a very expressive face, and I think Penelope Ford is one of those people that don't sleep on her. I think she's got she could do some stuff.
Yeah, she definitely has the abilities for sure. I think she's given the proper, not necessarily venue, but just the proper stage for it.
Yeah,
that she will be able to excel. I think she's just kind of in the mix because there's so many big stars and so much roster that she kind of gets mixed in there with it. But
yeah, and we'll talk about the AEW roster as far as the women go, even more in a little bit. As again, Gringo, we've booked the territory. But Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne are funny because they're kind of like a reverse heater situation. Sometimes a little person, not a midget, but like a smaller person will have a big heater, like Monet having Camille.
Yeah.
Michaels with Diesel. But other times a big person will have kind of like the little gnat that almost is like a manager that wrestles. And I think that's kind of the Penelope Ford role here.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, she's kind of. I'm trying to think if there's like someone else that kind of had that role where they were like the manager, but sometimes they would pop in there back in the past.
Right.
And I can't really think of anyone off of the top of my head that's done. I know that occasionally Mr. Fuji would hop in the ring, but he was way past
Right.
retirement at that point. But
Yeah. And this is the thing where Megan Bain's huge. She doesn't need Penelope Ford to sneak attack Tony Storm.
yeah,
She could go out there and handle her own business, but she's a heel, so she's like, go out there and distract her.
yeah, it's just weird, like the relationship, because they never really quite explained why they're together. You know what I mean?
No, they're just kind of maybe like they met at catering, you know. They both like the same, TV shows on Netflix. They're both can't wait till You comes back out on Netflix. I don't know, but I think their chemistry works, and they seem like, yeah, I mean, they had their united front in that worked shoot versus Thunder Rosa,
Yeah,
so they have
that was
great chemistry.
that's probably what happened. They were in catering, and like, Penelope Ford is there, and they're both like talking, and all of a sudden it's like, you know what I hate most in the world, and they both look at each other. Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, what a bitch. We hate her. Oh my god, no, nothing bonds two people together like mutual hate of one person. So that actually makes perfect sense. Next up, we do have it's the Death Waziks. Claudio Castagnoli is like, this Wednesday, Cope, we go on mano a mano here. I love it's the most corny writing, but with Claudio it somehow works because he just seems like a corny person.
Yeah.
He says, I know you're losing your edge and you're just trying to cope.
Oh, that was funny. I chuckled at that
I'm
one.
like, oh, Claudio. Maybe he came up with that himself. The Swiss Mister had a nice big cup of coffee and was like, I came up with something brilliant. I have to use it.
Maybe he got like one of those coffee table books of dad jokes while he was with his coffee. He's like, oh, I like this one. Let's use this one.
Seriously. Moxley comes on. He's like, there are only 3 people I feared in this world: my mother, my sister, and my wife. The very intimidating Renee Paquette. Until I met Marina Shafir. I don't want to piss her off. Swerve, you talked big game on Wednesday, but now you have to back it up. Marina then speaks, which is something we haven't had a lot of. She's like, Willow, keep trying to smile when I rip your liver out and shove it down your throat. It's going to take some work to get to that liver, but it's AEW. We never know. They might just come out with a scalpel and have her remove her liver and eat it. It's, it's extreme, baby.
Yeah. I mean, they've had attempted murder about what, a dozen times now. So fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, it could keep happening. We don't know. That would be next level, but hey, it's 2025. You got to keep raising the stakes. Fans of New Japan should be very excited as we have Switchblade Jay White taking on Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight, big star over there in New Japan, and I thought as of like 2 months ago he was heading to the other promotion. It seemed like he was going to sign with WWE. Tony Khan's all, I got hella money.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Kevin Knight is all elite. They did confirm that after the match. Here's the thing. I think it's cool to put him in with Jay White. I would have liked to see Kevin Knight get a win in his debut, but he doesn't. But he still looks strong, and Jay White did something that they don't do enough of. He puts Kevin Knight over after the match on the mic, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah, it was classy as fuck.
Yeah, I said, like, let's hear it for Kevin Knight. Just like myself, he came through the New Japan Dojo, and we're going to see a lot more of Kevin here in AEW. See around. I got to give a lot of credit to Jay White. This match could have been really good, but boy, was it Did it have some moments where I'm like, wow, these guys getting to know each other?
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, these guys must have not worked together before. Is what it
No,
seemed.
it was real clumsy. But that said, it was Kevin Knight's first match in the promotion. But Jay White, like I said, got to give him a lot of credit because you could put somebody over in a way that seems like contrived. This seemed super earnest.
Yeah, it did. It seemed like it was like a, I don't want to say shoot because shoot's usually a bad thing, but
Yeah,
it was real. Yeah.
yeah, it seemed just really honest. Talks about the Owen Hart tournament. He's like, he's King Switch, baby. He's at all in. He's going to show why we're in the Switchblade era. He has to say that, but we all know he's not winning the Owen Hart tournament.
Oh God, if he does, I will be shocked to hell.
I would be too. And here's the thing: I like Jay White, so I mean, I'm not like I wouldn't be horrified or anything. I just think it would be dumb.
Yeah, it's Jay White comes across to me more like an upper mid carder than like the main event guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, you're so right because he's a fringe,
Yeah,
like top of the card guy. And we've seen mid top of the card guys end up being, I mean, Jericho for a long time
yeah.
was, kind of an upper mid card guy and ended up being, a million-time world champion. So I'm not saying it won't happen, but right now, yeah, he's definitely kind of firmly in that fringe role.
And he's also, it's a weird thing because like I said with the women, the roster is so damn stacked. Like he has to compete with, you've got Cope in there, you've got the mainstays at like Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin and these guys that have been with AEW the whole time that were the main eventers, and he came in a little bit later, and he's just kind of like, where do you fit him in the main, in the main storyline? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you mentioned like how competitive that upper tier is, and you know what else is competitive? Prize Pick.
Nice.
Prize Picks. If you want to get your competition on, it's not you versus anybody else. It's you. It's you versus the numbers, baby. All you're doing is you're guessing what's going to be, the better stat projection for you at any given time. Baseball, basketball, doesn't matter. Football's not too far off. And once we get into the NBA playoffs, the stakes are even higher. So, pick your players, rebounds, assists. Last night I came up short. I had a four stat projection parlay going, and I got 3 out of 4. Malik Monk, you bastard. All he had to do was score more than 8.5 points, and he scored 6. You bitch. So I lost my parlay, but it's okay. I keep playing with Prize Picks. It's super easy. It's the funnest way to get on the action. And the best part, one of your guys gets hurt, there's an injury insurance policy. You're not taken out of the action. But I will say, as far as Prize Picks goes, if you haven't played, now is the best time to do it ever. Because just download the app, put in our code CCN, and you're going to get $50 of credit for the first $5 deposit. You don't even have to win on that $5. You're still going to get that 50 in credit. Super easy, super fun, but play responsibly. Prize Picks, run your game. You talked about the stacked women's division. And we have the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on old Robin Renegade. Robin Renegade seems like whenever they're like, we need somebody to lose quickly. Let's throw Robin Renegade on here. Mercedes is super dismissive of Robin. She's like, whatever, Ring of Honor. Pretty quick action here. I do like that Robin Renegade kind of mocked Mercedes dancing, which I was like, oh wow, she's showing a little bit of personality here.
Yeah, that's a nice change.
Yeah, moneymaker. Robin taps out. Tony Schiavone then enters the ring to interview her, Mercedes, that is. She's like, I'm the best, TBS champ of all time, and I'm here to win more gold. I'm looking at that Owen Hart tournament and all this shit. She does say the Owen Carp, which made me chuckle. I was like, that sounds fishy.
Oh, nice.
The Owen Carp tournament, which I love too, because the fans gave no quarter. They let her hear about it when she said it. I was like, yes.
That's freaking funny.
Yeah. She also says she doesn't want to hear about that stupid little kid, Billie Starkz. I love that she says, who trained her? Whoever taught her must suck at pro wrestling. Of course,
shit.
the person that trained Billie Starkz is Athena, and again, Gringo, you booked this one.
I know, right? I knew it.
Athena walks down, the fallen goddess, and she ducks a cheap shot, and then blasts Mercedes. Robin Renegade went to check on Mercedes. I have no idea why.
I saw that too. I was like, what?
I was like, what are you doing, you dumb bitch? And she checks, and then she gets the O face from Athena. I'm like, that didn't work out for you at all.
Yeah,
Robin, just leave.
That's what you get for trying to be a good person.
Like, why are you even still around? Like, that interview wasn't short. Like, it's like just sticking around. I'm like, I might have to help the person that just whooped my ass. Strange. What'd you think of this match and this segment, Gringo?
The match was fine. Like, it was exactly what I expected it to be with the Robin Renegade. I didn't think she was going to get the W in this, and I thought she got a little more offense in than I thought she would.
Yeah, for sure.
The personality thing was pretty cool. But man, the interview was so funny.
Oh man, it was like a complete, like, she flubbed the words, and it's so funny too, because Mercedes, her whole thing is like being cool, and you could tell when she said Owen Carp, it kind of threw her off.
Yeah, it did. it was what, everyone fucks up every now and then, but like it was, I don't know. It was funny. The whole thing was funny, especially when she's like, that dumb kid.
Yeah, where's that stupid little kid at? Whoever trained her must suck at pro wrestling.
Could there be more foreshadowing? Holy shit.
So funny, dude. Yeah. One of my favorite segments with Mercedes in a minute, for sure.
Yeah.
Backstage, we have Lexi there. She's with Queen Aminata, and Queen's like, yo, I can't wrestle. I'm not medically cleared to wrestle. Serena Deeb gets her boring ass involved, and she's like, this was preventable. Every time you listen to me, you win. You don't listen to me, you lose. You made the wrong choice. And with Queen Aminata, I was like, yeah, you're right. Everything's a choice, and I'm gonna continue to not listen to your trash, which I loved. Serena Deeb's like, I think I'm right. You'll have a few weeks to rest up. Here's a playbook to read. Serena Deeb she is ambient.
It's okay. So I like Serena.
I know you love Serena, or
I don't love,
at least like her.
Yeah, I think she's a good worker. The thing is I think she would be better off, like, if they made her like a faction leader, like she was like she didn't wrestle, she was like an MVP role. You know what I mean?
She's gonna bring back the straight edge society.
Yeah, kind of something like that. But like she has her like army and stuff. And she's a professor. I think that might work a hell of a lot better than putting her in like matches and feuds and stuff. Because Serena, when she's given the proper, material, she's really good. She's just kind of been just drifting.
Yeah, and they're trying. They're really trying with her. She's getting a lot of airtime, even when she's not wrestling. She's on TV,
Yeah,
So, but it's kind of up to the writer
yeah,
to figure out kind of what to do with her. And this is another thing where I know Tony Khan has so much creative say, and they could use a couple people in that room that to bounce stuff off of. I think so.
yeah. Agreed, 100%.
Um, Next up, we get top flight. That's Dante and Darius. Layla Gray's out there with them, taking on Learning Tree. This is the Redwood, Big Bill, and the Bad Apple, Brian Keith. I'm gonna say like Big Bill. He could be a star
Yeah,
because he carried a large portion of this match by being a big dominant badass.
yeah. Really played in because just because of his size versus top flight size. That
Yeah.
really works. Like you get a giant, like a larger dude, and with the smaller cruiserweights, that really does work. And yeah, and Brian Keith though, I think he
Oh
was,
god, the personality, so much personality.
yeah, and I mean, he also like in the ring, he was kind of like you had the high flyers, then you had the big muscle, but Brian Keith was kind of in there doing the technical stuff.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And that was really kind of cool. Like I liked just the differences in each of the people in the ring.
And yeah, this match was good.
It was really good.
And Brian Keith is interesting because you associate a smaller guy with being like a high flyer, but he's really not. He's like a little technician.
Yeah, he's like a little bit of a mat. He's kind of an all rounder, really. Like he's
Yeah.
a mat worker, technician. Like he can do the hard hitting stuff too. Like
Yeah.
he can brawl. Like he's pretty much an all around good worker.
And he sells like a motherfucker.
Oh God, yeah, Jesus.
I'm a big fan of Brian Keith. Big Bill at one point hit Darius Martin with a boss man slam. Dude, he could use that as a finisher.
Maybe he should.
It looks so good when he did it. I was like, damn, like that was a straight up big boss man, big Bubba slam. And it looked so cool when he did it because he's so tall.
Yeah, it was like a fucking ride at the fucking amusement park.
Right. He
Going
kind of
down.
just picks the dude up and swings him around with that smile. I'm like, dude, that looks dope. I think that would be a great finisher for him. Brian Keith and Big Bill get the win. And that's a pretty good win for them as a tag team, to be honest.
Yeah, it's big. And now that they got their win, they can move on to take on the Hurt Business, which is kind of interesting because I'm going to call it right now. And this is what I think might happen because I don't know if they're doing this at Dynasty or not, but I think that you're just going to have this MJF, stuff going on with him with Bobby Lashley. And I think maybe, just maybe, Big Bill and Brian Keith win those titles because MJF fucks Lashley over.
Yeah, and then that would make it so that Bobby Lashley and MJF have a singles feud.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, Tony, we're right here. You heard it.
Tony, if you want to put us on the payroll, we'll make time for you.
Hell yeah.
I
got nothing but time, baby.
Yeah, let's do it. After the match, the crew, that's Leo Rush and Action Andretti, they're in the ring with their chains, and then AR Fox jumps in the ring and cuts them off. Comes to the aid of Top Flight. The crew retreats, but they'll probably be back. What do you think of AR Fox going out there and getting the back of his former compadres?
That makes sense. I mean, they had a relationship before. And, at first I was kind of like, okay, like why all of a sudden? But it wasn't weird, I guess. It was fine.
Maybe they reconvened in catering.
Yeah, maybe.
And we're like, hey, you know who we hate? And at the same time, they were like, the fucking COVID twins. Leo Rush and Action Andretti with their puppy
Amazing.
spikes. Next up, we have Garcia and Adam Cole having a little face-to-face. Cole's got Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly in tow. Garcia has daddy magic with him. Matt Menard's so funny on the mic. I thought his contribution to this was great. It starts off with Cole's like, tensions are high. I have a lot of respect for you. When I say you're the future of AEW, I mean that in my soul. I was like, wow.
Wow, they're really trying to make him the backbone, aren't they?
Went deep with it. Yeah, backbone in full effect. He's like, you didn't get the job done. I didn't either, but I know you're a fighting champ. I must make you sick. But Daniel Garcia didn't look sick. He looked happy. He was like, cool, I get to keep this thing. They need to make this so that it can't end in a draw or a tie. Garcia's like, I appreciate you being nice. And I agree with a lot you said, but I'm getting frustrated. It's been eating me alive knowing I can't beat you, which I thought was a weird thing to say. I wouldn't have said that if I was him.
Yeah.
I can't beat you. Come on, man. Get off his nuts.
Really, like, just, get some backbone.
Really? Right? You're the backbone. Now grow one. Daddy Magic. I love this. He's all, yeah, you're the TNT champion. You how many opportunities you gonna give this guy?
It sounds like Paulie from Rocky.
Yeah. You don't have to do the rematch. And then Garcia's like, I know I don't have to, but I want to. Roderick yells Danny, of course. Again, they're putting over Daniel Garcia for being rivals. They're really putting Daniel Garcia over.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're the future, and I'm not just saying that because Cole's my best friend. He says he's one of the best wrestlers of the planet, and you're just not there yet, dude. Garcia says Dynasty. There's not going to be a time limit. No one at ringside. There'll be a winner, and you're looking at him. Interesting idea. No time limit. We all know that it's going to go 18 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
It's not going to matter. But interesting idea to be like just mano a mano. Winner takes it all. Loser takes a fall. They're going over the top, baby.
I thought it was weird though. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say who do you think wins this one? But go ahead and expand.
Okay, so first off, I thought it was weird that they made this announcement for this match during this promo because it wasn't before the promo started. They showed an advertisement for the match below.
I know
that said, yeah. I was like, dude, that graphic was like. At first, I was like, okay, and then the promo happened. I was like, wait, what the hell? Like,
I know they're advertising a match that they're announcing in real time.
I thought that was strange, but Adam Cole's fine. Okay, Roddy and Kyle are both better workers.
Yeah, for sure.
And
yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, during this match, I don't know what's going to happen. They say that no one's going to be at ringside. None of the groups. Is this the return of Jack Perry?
Could be.
I mean,
because he still wants that. He wants his little custom version.
Yeah, because he's got to have that salary bump so he can keep putting gas in that monstrosity.
I know.
Around everywhere.
God, how many paydays is Jack Perry missing? Oh yeah, wait, it's not 1986.
But yeah, I think Garcia is probably going to retain.
Yeah, man, what are they going to do with Adam Cole here?
That's the weird thing. It's like, does this because he's they're trying to pivot. He wants to be pivoted to the top apparently because he re-signed and everything. But it's really strange because you're right. What do you do with him if he loses this? If he wins, then it makes perfect sense. But then what do you do with Danny Garcia? You know what I mean? So whoever loses this match is just kind of fucked.
And I can only imagine that they're, if Garcia loses, they're gonna, Adam Cole is gonna feud with whomever gets involved in this because someone's gonna get involved. So maybe actually Cole loses, Garcia retains. And it sets up a feud with him and maybe Jack Perry. And, this is all speculative. We have no idea. But
yeah, we have no idea. But yeah.
I'm just trying to think of creative ways they can make Adam Cole relevant because, him just losing clean to Danny Garcia isn't the best look for him.
Yeah, I'd like to think maybe if Adam Cole lost the match, they'd put him in the Owen Hart tournament. But they're making that announcement on Wednesday. So unless they're going to say he's in it before the pay-per-view, which I don't see them doing. So I don't know. I mean, based on the spot where we saw the advertisement for the match they were announcing, who knows what they're going to do. But, I don't know, man. It's a really tricky situation. But you're right. Something has to happen. There has to be some kind of catalyst.
They got to do something with them.
Branches Adam Cole off or Danny Garcia off somewhere else.
Agreed. Backstage, we have Athena with Billie Starkz. She's like, I'm entering, you collect championships. I do the same thing. I'm in this Owen Hart tournament. I did love this shit. Keep my name and my minion's name out of your mouth. Continuing their Ring of Honor storyline there. We got an interesting matchup here with Dax, the Axe, Harwood. He's out there with Cash, taking on the Death Wazix, Wheeler Yuta. You said something cut out while you were watching this?
Yeah, so I don't know if it was my app, and I think it might have been because I had to reset. Once I reset everything, it started working, so I think that's what it was. But yeah, my audio, like sometimes you'll hear a brief little thing where the audio kind of goes real quick when you listen to it, like the volume kind of abruptly changes. I don't know if you have that problem.
Yeah.
But it did that on my app, but it didn't go back. So it was like really blown out audio. So I had to actually like reset everything, go back in.
Video.
Yeah. Oh, look, Diana's here.
Look who's here. Diana Prince. And I think you have Joe Bob Briggs with you.
Yeah, we're driving to our studio in Phoenix, Senoia, Georgia.
Oh, fun.
We're actually driving on the place where Sherman made his march to the sea and burned everything to the ground. Which you know what that did for modern society?
Oh my God!
It made it easy to build golf courses. So there's golf courses everywhere.
I cannot deny that. People are riding down the streets in golf carts like it's normal and like going to the grocery store.
So, hey guys, sorry for the. She said don't do any historical facts, so of course I had to do one.
Bastard, I did not say that.
Listen,
I don't think I said anything.
That's
Maybe
amazing.
I don't know.
Don't poke the bear, Diana.
I don't think I said that because I know that would bring that. I'm not stupid. About this.
That's amazing.
We are like, he's a slave driver. He's making me go to work. I don't have time to say anything, but I didn't want you guys to feel like I didn't care. So I'm here. Happy April. Woo!
Happy April. That was an April Fool's joke by coming in real hot with a fact. It's good to hear you guys. So you guys are at work.
Well, we're late for work. We're on our way to work.
You're late for work.
It's the first day of like a week-long shoot, which is always like hectic. And I'm still on California time. I'm like, you want me to get up at 6 a.m. my time? Fuck you.
Yeah, I gotta tell you.
Our studio is in the middle of the Georgia woods. It's the old.
Tell us facts about it.
Well, it's the old Walking Dead studios, and so they don't have any use for them anymore. And grass is growing up through the cracks in the concrete and everything. And so they said, Joe Bob, here's one for you. Here's a place for you. So,
I am not complaining. They literally have all the Walking Dead stuff still up. I am not complaining. I'm in like Rick's bathroom and shit. Like, fuck, man, that's cool.
Carl's still there hanging out.
They do. They have like different places are named after people from The Walking Dead. It says like Carl's Cafe or fucking Michonne's bathroom. I don't know. They just have their pictures on the wall saying
all the stuff on the massive grounds of Walking Dead.
Yes.
Rick's bathroom is what you remember.
I like Rick. And they have his picture up. So I go by it and I say, "Aw." But yes, they also have the sets and all that.
It's cool. It's almost like a Walking Dead museum that you can like.
It really is. It's actually even it's like the Apocalypse 1. And like all the things are still left and there's no people there. And we're just playing around in the post-apocalyptic world.
I love
That's
that.
what it feels like. It's like all the abandoned shops and stuff that you used to see on the show. They're now just dead. It's interesting.
That is pretty cool.
Well, I know you guys are busy, but since you're here, did you have any thoughts on Collision?
Well,
I'm gonna
I
say
didn't
she had
get to
no
watch it. I'm
thoughts.
sorry.
Diana
It's okay.
Prince,
Don't put me on the
With-
spot like that.
Diana, you know I'm going to. Diana Prince with no thoughts on this
I
week's
mean,
Collision.
just stop right there. No thoughts. Period. That's
No
the
thoughts.
vibe this week.
Just say fuck hologram and it'll work out for the whole episode.
Was Claudio on?
Yes.
Oh boy, was
Okay,
he ever?
So Dick of the Week is Claudio. Hero of the Week was Powerhouse on.
No.
I gotta tell you,
Was
Claudia.
Big Bill on?
Yeah,
Big Bill was
he
awesome.
Okay. Hero of the Week, Big Bill. And match or showdown of the week, did Jericho do anything?
Jericho did not a peep out of Jericho.
He didn't
this
even
week.
make a video. Oh my god! Did you know he's? I don't know what I can say. He's shooting something really cool right now. Yes. Match
cool,
or
that's
showdown of the
good.
week.
That's good
You
to
know, Big Bill. Whatever Big Bill did, it worked for me.
hear.
4
Well, I got
stars.
the
Someone
Big Bill.
says, check it out.
It's funny. It's funny that you would talk about Big Bill and Claudio because Big Bill was amazing in his match. They got a big victory, and
Yay.
Claudio with an incredible promo where he said, "Copeland, I know that you've been losing your edge, and you've been trying to cope with it." I'm like,
Oh
wow.
no!
Wow,
Don't make me like you,
Claudio.
Claudio, with your pun usage.
It,
Oh,
it-
he went
Fuck! No!
pun
He's even a
overdrive.
bigger dick now, giving me conflicting
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
Coffee, and if so, what kind?
Yeah. What was
Did you
that?
hear that? Joe
Joe
Bob asked
Bob.
the question.
Was he drinking coffee, and if so, what kind?
He was not drinking coffee, but I think he had a heaping cup of something maybe from a small town in Africa, village,
What?
because he was fired up.
I think
Those
maybe
Ethiopian beans. Yeah.
Ethiopian beans for sure.
with a shot of whiskey because that's how he was cutting promos.
Yeah, he
You
was.
know, Saturday night is all right for fucking whiskey, baby.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the new version of the song.
Listen, I think Saturday through Sunday.
You know, how about just all? Wait, that is the week. Never mind.
That's only the weekend.
Darcy has no thoughts.
Do you have any historical facts about whiskey in Georgia?
Oh Lord, why? This is only like an hour or so podcast. Why are you doing that? One more fact, Joe Bob, to make up for my not watching it. And by the way, I'm on set all this week. Then I'm flying to wherever to do whatever. Then, and then I'm flying to the pay-per-view. It's like it's a busy week, but guess what? I'm gonna do my best to watch Dynamite and be present and recap it with you guys, no matter where I am. Even if I have to stop shooting, Joe Bob, it's on the record. We're gonna take an hour off to watch the show and do the pod. You understand? And it's gonna be in a different time zone, so it might not be convenient, but we're gonna figure it out. By gosh.
Amazing.
All right, you heard it here.
Yes, on the
Diana-
record. So if I
Diana
don't do
Prince.
it, I just have to be shamed.
Uh,
Can you leave
well,
us with one fact, JB?
Yeah, hit us with something, JB.
One fact. It could be
One
about
of the interesting things about the Walking Dead abandoned haunted studio is that they have the old town that's made out of railroad cars. You know what I'm talking about? You know those container cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the town is still there, and it looks like occasionally vagrants come and live in it. So
Oh.
it's like,
this is your fact?
yeah, I think it's an interesting fact.
Homeless people live on our set. Fact.
It's given a whole new meaning to the word to the Walking Dead.
We found a family of abandoned kitties, and some of our crew people adopted them. That's a fact.
All
That's
right.
nice.
Yeah.
Town of
Okay,
abandoned
guys, I'm
kitties.
gonna let you finish. Sorry, I just wanted to say hi.
Well, thank you.
Diana,
And I'll see you
for
for Dynamite, whatever it may be.
Great to hear from
Now
you,
the AEW.
Yeah.
JB. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Wait. I'm gonna make him say it early. Ready? Namaste.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Namaste, AEW.
Woo!
All right.
know.
Thanks, JB. All right, you guys.
Hey, take care, guys. All right, so we
That
were
was
talking.
Diana Prince and Joe Bob Briggs coming in hot.
Yeah, like right out of nowhere.
Right. So we were talking about Harwood taking on Wheeler Yuta. Pretty good match, as you'd imagine these two would have. Yuta gets the roll up out of nowhere, pins Dax, and Dax has a fucking fit.
Yeah, he started flipping out on the referees and
Referee
the
said it was only
came
a
out,
2 count.
which was
He's
bullshit.
like, that was two. That was two. Security runs out. They pry Dax off the ref. Cash is coming in. Dax shoved everyone away, including Cash Wheeler. Maybe inadvertently, we don't know. Dax offered his hand to help Cash, and Cash shoved away and stormed off. They're teasing an FTR breakup. I think it's more of going to be a heel turn.
You think like both of them are going to turn heel?
Yeah.
On Cope?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think I can't imagine them splitting up FTR, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, no, they shouldn't do that. Like
I don't think so.
Those two, I don't think it's not that they're bad workers or anything. I think that they accentuate each other, and I don't want to see that because FTR is probably the best tag team in the world right now. And two, I just don't think it'll work good. It won't work well for them. You know?
Right. I totally agree. And I think, there was all this remember a couple years back when there was all this talk about how, Cash Wheeler was even saying like Dax is the best worker in the world. And I think they were like, and they ended up having a lot, like Dax had a lot of singles matches at a stretch. And I know that I think maybe he has a desire to be a singles wrestler, but I don't think it's a great idea.
No, just let's stick to what we know. It's not that they wouldn't be bad. It's just let's stick to what we want to see and what we know that they excel at. So let's not break them up. Let's let them beat the shit out of Cope for a little bit. I think that'd be fun.
Right. I agree. We have Alicia Tout trying to interview Nick Wayne, Mother Wayne, and Kip Sabian, and the crew kind of interrupts. And you talk about bringing up old shit. Leo Rush is like, "What's up with your boy AR Fox?"
Yeah, what?
It's like, oh, okay, 2 years ago. Nick Wayne's like, "Yeah, dude, that's like kind of over." Leo's like, "It's 3 of them with 2 of us. When the time's right, nobody knows Fox better than you. Think about it." And so this is like maybe, and Nigel McGuinness kind of teased it. Oh, maybe they're looking to add to the crew. And Nick Wayne's been having problems with Christian, so maybe Nick Wayne joins the crew. It would be odd, but it is wrestling.
Man, part of my brain's like, I hope they don't try to do like a 4 horseman thing with these guys.
Oh God, man, that's like the 4 ponies.
It's like the 4 like Squire.
The 4 pony riders,
stable boys.
yeah, they are. That's a stable of stable boys. I would hope not either. Hologram is 22-0 as a singles wrestler. Holleberg, Goldgram, taking on Blake Christian. Blake Christian's out there with Lee Johnson, so he's got a friend. That's nice. Hologram wins. He hits with a portal bomb. No surprise here,
Yeah, and Blake Christian looks like the guy that lived down the road from me as a kid who had an IROC and snorted cocaine all day.
Seriously, dude, this guy has 10 different pairs of Oakleys that look exactly the same.
He's listening to like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I love Iron Maiden, but yeah, he's definitely like he looks like the kind of guy that like was the college guy that was dating like a sophomore.
Yeah.
And, like picks her up at school in his Nissan 300ZX with T-tops.
He does.
He's definitely that guy. Somebody out there is probably saying Blake Johnson or Blake Christian deserves better, and it's only his like third match in AEW on TV, and everybody deserves better than to lose to Hologram, who is the most dominant force in the history of wrestling.
God, dude, they said he's 22-0 now. You know what?
Yeah.
Put him in it. I want Hologram to be in a match with Big Bill, and I want to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
I want to see him survive that shit.
Can you beat Big Bill? Can
No.
you beat Will Hobbs?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Hologram.
But you know what? Throw him to the Death Riders. They win everything.
Yeah, see what happens.
It'll be the one time Moxley loses.
I know. Well, Hologram's the new champ.
Yep, just out of nowhere. Here we go. Jesus.
Hologram once again. Lexi Nair's backstage with Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander, and they're announcing that they're both officially entering the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Good for them. Awesome. Everybody's in it. It's the main event time. Strange main event.
Yeah, this was different.
Jamie Hayter, who this time last week it was rumored she was gone from AEW. She's in the main event this week, taking on Billie Starkz, that little kid. This was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was solid.
Gotta tell you, it was. Jamie gets the win, which is kind of sad because it's like, put Billie Starkz in there with somebody that she's gonna be able to beat.
Yeah, put her up against like Queen Aminata or like Penelope Ford, or because I could see Billie Starkz getting over on Penelope Ford. I could see Billie Starkz and Julia Hart feud. That would be fun.
I would love that.
That would be badass. I'd be into that.
Yeah, that would be two people that are of similar stature. Although Billie Starkz is taller than you think she is.
Yeah, she's super tall.
But Billie looked good, and Jamie Hayter kind of busts out a new version of that Haterade, which I thought looked cool.
Oh yeah, like when she came off of the ropes.
Yeah,
that
was
pretty cool.
into it. But Jamie Hayter does get the W. And that was it. What did you think of that match? And then we'll get to rating this bitch.
Well, the match was solid, man. Billie Starkz is great. Like she's only been in a couple of matches so far in AEW, but all the stuff I've seen of her in Ring of Honor has been really, really good. Any of the stuff I've seen with her on the indies has been amazing. She's a good worker. She's young, like for just like 3 years or 4 years in the business or something like that. Like I don't know. She's probably going to be like the next big star, I think.
I would love that. I think it's awesome.
And she's nice, which helps.
Yeah, be nice, and good things will happen to you. That was the end of a collision, and this collision flowed a lot better than past 2 or 3, I thought.
Yeah. There wasn't really any squash. I mean, the Mercedes match, I guess, was a squash, but it had a point.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, it wasn't revolutionary, but it was definitely like, I remember thinking when it ended, like, not bad.
Yeah, it was fine. It was like,
solid,
okay.
Solid little ep.
Yeah. That was probably the weakest match of the show.
Totally. So let's rate this thing. I think we should have to rate it with Claudio puns.
Yeah. Good one.
How many Claudio puns you giving this one, Gringo?
Yeah, like this was better than the last couple things. I'm gonna go ahead and give this 3 1/4.
3 1/4. I tend to agree with you. I'm gonna go 3 1/2. Solid, and the fact that it wasn't bad was better.
Yeah.
It was a come up from the recent episodes. So Yeah, I think 3.5 is 3.5 Claudio puns is what we're gonna go with. The ghost thought it was solid, gave it 4.
Oh.
He even popped over to Appleton after just to give it a middle finger for me. So big ups to the ghost for that.
Word.
Um, we have awards to give out, and our awards this week sponsored by Mando. Listen, sometimes you be stinking. Let's be real. We all live lives. We're doing shit. We're going to the gym. We're working all day. Sometimes we're staying up all night getting fucked up on whiskey and tequila. Wake up in the morning. We don't have time to shower because we're running late to get to our job. What helps in a pinch? Mando. Mando will make you smell better. There's no parabens or added. It's clinically tested, doctor approved. This stuff lasts for a while too, 24 to 72 hours on some of this stuff. They have a starter kit. If you put in our code AEW and you go to mandoshop.com, that's MANDOSHOP.com, put on our code AEW, you're going to get $5 off your starter kit. That ends up being about 40% off. And this starter kit has like everything you need. You get a stick deodorant. You also get a cream deodorant, and then you get 2 add-ons. It could be the wipes if you're on the go. It could be the spray deodorant, which is my personal favorite. And they also have this kind of a acidic soap that works really well. It's too tiny though. I need a big jug of it.
Yeah.
Mando, take note.
We're booking the
but,
territory.
Yeah, booking the territory for Mando now. But the bottom line is this: if you don't want to smell like trash, and you let's say you have a date, and you didn't have time to shower after you worked in the garbage dump all day, or maybe you're like working in fast food and you smell like fried grease, Mando's gonna help you out. You're still gonna get laid, maybe. So here's the deal. Go to mandoshop.com, MANDOSHOP.com, put in our code AEW, save $5, and join the revolution against Swamp Ass. Gringo, let's give out some awards.
Cool. Sounds awesome. We got the first up. We've got we doing the Dick of the Week, the John Holmes Dick of the Week award first, as always.
Yeah, let's do it. John Holmes' biggest dick of the week. Gringo, who are you going to go with?
I'm going with Dax.
Dax was a dick.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. He acted like a petulant child, a little baby.
Yeah. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, maybe he's got some stuff going on in his personal life, but he just seems a little off.
Yeah, a little bit. Like the last few weeks, he's just been kind of dickhole-ish, not shaking hands or helping people up or anything like that. It's like, bro, what's your problem? Why are you being such a dick?
He's being a dick. So yeah, we agree on that one, Dax. Next up, what do we got?
We've got the Dewey Riley Hero of the Week award.
Dewey Riley, Hero of the Week. Gringo, your thoughts?
Oh man, like this was a tough one, but you know what? Like I'm gonna go with the person that most entertained me, and that was Big Bill.
Big Bill is a definite hero of the week. I thought it looked great. Like I said, his presence in that match, it was just added something different to the match. It was like when he was in there, it felt like you were watching a star.
Yeah, exactly. It's like and larger than life. No pun pun totally intended, but larger than life star. Like
yeah, he is the Redwood. I will say the Boss Man Slam. Keep that in your moveset. That shit looked great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the fans when Mercedes Moné said Owen Carp. Because they did not let it slide, which I thought was amazing. And she looked visibly flustered, and it made me happy. So big ups to the fans of Milwaukee for giving her no quarter.
Yeah.
That
was great. She deserved all of that.
I agree.
Next up, we have the Freddy versus Jason matchup or showdown of the week.
Ooh, this one this one was tough. I thought most of the matches were solid. Not really anything a squash other than I guess you consider that Mercedes Moné.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was kind of a squash.
yeah, I mean, Homegirl did get some moves in, but I'm gonna actually go with Wheeler Yuta versus Dax, which I thought was a great match until the roll up victory and Dax having a meltdown. But two good workers just doing good things.
Yeah, and that was mine as well. Because Wheeler, as far as like maybe not so great on the mic yet, but like as far as his work rate, holy hell,
Really good.
like he won clean. That was the thing. He won clean. There was no fuckery in this Death Riders match like we normally see. And you know what? That was enough to make it my match of the week, because I thought he delivered and Dax was fucking great. But yeah, the ending was like but other than that, spectacular match.
Yep. I totally agree. Well, that's the end. That's the end of the episode of the Awesome Pod Collision version. Gringo, what do you got to promote this week?
Well, today on TROMA Now is the Fantastico Disasterpiece Theatre Saturday morning cartoon especial with my special guest, Diana Prince.
All right.
That just popped up today. And now we're my other announcement, I announced it yesterday. Johnny Taylor is going to be on season 4 of Fantastico Disasterpiece Theatre. So
I'm so excited.
That's going to be fun as shit, dude. It gets wacky out here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, going out amongst the corn.
Oh God, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I can't wait to spend some time out there, do the show, and then maybe we can have some beers while we look out into a field of corn.
Yep. Well, the cool thing about it is you look up in the sky and there's no lights, so it's all stars everywhere.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it, and yeah, thanks for having me on. It's gonna be a blast.
Oh, it's my honor, dude, to have you on. It's a privilege to have you on.
Thank you so much. It's gonna be so great. I've always wanted to be in the TROMA universe, and now I am.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of which, what else do you have going on? Because you are a busy person.
I'm a busy bee. So I teach a storytelling class, and that starts again tonight. But I also have a show tonight. So I do a show in Roseville, and then I have to go into Sacramento to do my class. It never really ends. And then at the end of the month, I'm headlining Barrel Proof Lounge in Santa Rosa, which is in wine country. And then I have a big show, a Don't Tell show in Chico, big headliner. I'm featuring my girlfriend Holly James will be on the show as well. Stay tuned for more things on that. If you're in the Chico area, Brian Cage country, come out to that show. It's going to be so fun. That's April 26th. And then in May, I'm in Boston. I'm also opening for Mick Foley here in Sacramento. So a lot of stuff on the horizon. So stay tuned. Go to my Instagram at Hipsterocracy, and you can hear where I'm at.
Rad, dude. Man, you are busy. Holy shit.
Never the grind never ends. But this was a fun episode. Gringo, it's time for us to mosey on down that lonely highway.
Sure is, man.
And when we do it, we always have to say the thing we say every week, which is Namaste W.
Namaste W.